men. Savoie has McKenzie and Calvert alongside him for Moose Jaw's forward unit. Two right-handers, McQueen and Savoie, into the draw. They tie one another up. It pinballs around out of some feet. The Warriors claim it. Brenton up the near side, handing it off to McKenzie. McKenzie to center. His pass swatted away by Charlie Elick. Back into the Wheat King zone. Calvert chops that high and into the seating area. Very nice change. Highland's pass goes out to center. Johnson tried to knock it down and steered it into the zone. Weens on the near side knocks it down. From the right wall, spins it to Charlie Elick. He'll drive down the boards away from Rice-Savvy. Warriors get numbers. Brenton can carry ahead, and his pass will come to center. A neat pickup by Firkus. He's immediately surrounded by Wheat Kings and forced offside, allowing Brandon to take the puck. 3.5 gone in the first. Shots even at 1. No score yet as the Wheat Kings look to break out, but the pass with Weens does not connect, and as Port goes back, icing will be the call against Brandon.
Some pretty good puck management by the Brandon Wheat Kings, and as I said earlier, you know what?
On the far side, Firkus tried to make a strip and did. Played it back to the line. Over to the left point, Brenton. Waits for a lane, hits the middle. Yager on his backhand, curls back, all the way back to the top. He shovels it down low. After it is Firkus. Pinballed it around as Elick took his man down behind the net. Elick takes the puck and comes out the far side, handing it off for Weens. Johnson now at center. Feeds the middle. It comes to Weens with a lane. Over the line to his left. Tried to drop it back, but Yager with a good back check erased that chance. At the side around the near side on his forehand. Back to Elick, but the pass escapes him, and Elick's got a hustle with Yager bearing in on him on the near side. Elick strong arms his way past him and bounces it ahead. Johnson up the near boards to Weens. He'll feed this through to Highland on the rush. Highland from Malyaven at the left circle. He works it back for Highland on the shot, and is steered away by Unger. On the far side, Mateychuk slings it up the boards. Elick legs it back to center with Firkus barreling in on him now. It's all the way around the boards, no icing on the play. Elick able to hold Firkus off and wait for reinforcements. Firkus now pokes it up the near side as Highland closes on him. He'll lift it back to the line. Brenton from the point. Over to the right side. Port for Moose Jaw. Back to Brenton at the left wall. With time, he fires through traffic. Kick save, Bjarnason. 12:25 to go in a scoreless first. McKenzie now for Moose Jaw. Run at by Elick and taken off the puck. Hadland will work it up the near side. Hadland to center will knock this off the linesman and into Moose Jaw territory. Hadland tries to dump it down low. Three Warriors are...
Dominic's going to be okay. He's just going to shake it off here. Not getting a lot of attention on the bench. I think he's going to be fine.
Wheat Kings work it to center off the draw. Weens with speed over the line for Johnson. At the right circle, Johnson waits for help, sends it back door, and it's tipped high by Highland. Highland on the far side, spinning off Firkus, throws it low for Weens in the near corner. He and Brenton go after it. Brenton with the body position, can't clear as the Wheat Kings swarm in on him. Elick from the right point fires through traffic. Unger steers it harmlessly to the far boards. Highland after the rebound, trying to lift it down low and does, but the first man to it is Braden Yager back defensively. Up the near side, Elick unable to hold it, but he'll retrieve it at center. Rice-Savvy charging at him on the near side. Elick spins, trying to shield the puck and does. Waits for a lane, fans on it, lost it to Firkus at the right circle, trying to dangle inside, lost control of it. Then back out front, they score! Yager with a beauty backhand. Turnovers costing the Wheat Kings against this top trio again. Braden Yager writes his name on the highlight reel.
Well, Charlie Elick just a little bit too casual with the puck, and you just can't do that when you've got Firkus and Yager on the ice. And so, of course, it's Firkus that does the damage, strips Charlie Elick of the puck, tries to get a shot of his own, but draws another defender while trying to do so, and that freed up a loose puck for Yager, who was just following up on the play. And it's just an impossible angle, but on the backhand, you can tell he's a natural goal scorer. He didn't have a lot to move or a lot to work with, but somehow...
On to Bjarnason's left. A critical kill for the Wheat Kings with 8:15 to go in the first. Mateychuk from the right point feeds the middle. Slapped across. Yager at the right circle. Back to Savoie. Scores! That didn't take long. Moose Jaw's power play could only be kept at bay for so long. After not into the Warriors zone it goes. Parker picks it up and sends it to Mateychuk. Up the boards to Rice-Savvy. He'll tip this into the Wheat King end. Malyaven is back for it. Yager tracking him on the near side. Yager in the corner wins the battle up for Rice-Savvy for a shot rifled high and wide. And all the way back into Warrior territory where Parker hustles to grab it. He'll glove it to himself and find Mateychuk on the near side. His pass to the middle, on to Firkus. Firkus one-handing it over the line, got sat down by Charlie Elick, and Malyaven goes back to pick it up behind the Wheat King net. Malyaven speeding it up the near side to Charlie Elick as Firkus is slowly going back to the bench as if he may have taken a stick up high. Elick will escape the forecheck and find Weens. Over the line, wide to his left with speed. Weens now drives the middle. Backhands it through to Johnson at the circle for a shot. Calmly snared by Unger. His first right back out. Sherman over the Wheat King line to his left. Driven into the wall by Hadland, but Sherman spins back to keep control as Michaels piles in on him. Mateychuk joins as well for the Warriors. Mateychuk trying to lift it out and does. At the left circle, he feeds it back. Michaels lifting it ahead against Kovacevic, forced back into his own territory. And Michaels now takes the puck up the near side. He'll leave it for D'Souza and out to the far corner for Charlie Elick with under 4 to go in the first. And on the far side, Parker holds. His shot wide of the cage. Up the near boards, first to it is Savoie. Back to the line for Schmidt, who swats it back down low. It hits a discarded stick and rolls back to him. On the far side, Parker pinches in and fires it back to the front of the net. Bjarnason makes the pad save. Klippenstein will lead the clear. Over the red line, wide to his left, patiently into the zone. Klippenstein pulls up, throws it to the middle, picked off by McKenzie. His bounce pass comes to Calvert. Over the Wheat King line, wide to his left. Into the corner, Calvert on his backhand, stops on a dime against Shipley. Feeds it out for Savoie. He dances to his backhand, saved by Bjarnason. Elick on the rebound, flips it up the glass. This one will ride the glass and go out of play, but luckily for Elick, Michaels wins it. Roarsma to the top for Manti with traffic. Back to Elick at the right point. Elick fires through traffic, redirected to the front of the net. Michaels knocks it wide. On the far side, Kovacevic picks it up for Moose Jaw and carries it to center. Flips it on to Lakovic. Elick is there to erase him on the near side. Elick speeds it around the net. It's picked up by Lakovic and fed out front, but Michaels is there to clean it up. Michaels and Sherman hard to the far wall. Peter joins the pile with 2:20 to go in the first. Elick lifting it ahead to Roarsma. A neat tip play finds Manti to start an odd man rush. Over the line to his right. Manti stops up, but that stop up out muscles Savoie. Everybody joins the pile, and finally the Wheat Kings claim it. Manti on the far side slings it in, takes a bump as he does as Hadlin goes to the forecheck. Brenton behind his net, bumped off it by Hadlin. Flaman trying to feed it out front. It comes to McQueen, but it's chopped away from him, and McKenzie will scoop it up. On the far side, Calvert leads the breakout for Moose Jaw. His pass bounces in, and Brenton goes after it on the far side. Stops up, got bodied by Elick and taken hard to the wall. McQueen joins the pile on the far side, and so does Calvert. Working his way back to the front of the net, poke check by Bjarnason. At the side of the cage, Elick still jousting away against McKenzie. Back up the boards, Brenton fills in at the left point and shoots, save Bjarnason. Elick on the rebound, curls back behind his net. Out the near side, Elick ahead to Hadlin. It rolls past him on to Roger McQueen. Back to Hadlin on the breakout, right up the middle. Over the line, wide to his left now. Hadlin tries a toe drag move. Wojtek Port shut that down in a hurry. And on the far side, Calvert will bring it to center. Savoie and McQueen, the face-off men. McQueen wins it cleanly. Elick from the left point to McQueen at the circle. Driving into the corner away from Brenton. Two big bodies as McQueen plays it back to Elick. From the left side to the right for D'Souza. From the point, he fires through traffic, hit a body. McQueen on the rebound shoots that hit a body too. Bedlam in front of that Warrior net prevents shots from getting through. D'Souza back at center, resets and pounds it in deep. Wheat Kings to the forecheck. Not quite a minute into this second period. They're down 3-1. On the far side, it rolls up the wall to McKenzie. He plays it back down low, and Brenton will steer it to center ice. Over the Wheat King line, thanks to Calvert. It's in on Bjarnason, who steers it off. Elick turned it over to Calvert below the goal line. Fed back out front. Bjarnason, a huge save in close. Rebound, they bang away again. And Bjarnason smothers it with Calvert, and McKenzie banging away in close. And now Elick and Calvert are into it as Elick clears Calvert out from the front of the Wheat King cage.
Okay, again, a real dangerous turnover inside the Wheat King zone and right along the goal line area. And just like that, a couple of great chances by the Moose Jaw.
1 to go in the second. Yager wins that one. Rice-Savvy trying to find it out of his midsection. Lost it to Elick. Elick poke checked as he's forced down low to D'Souza. From the right corner, D'Souza rings it around to Hyland. Port pinches on him on the near side. Hyland trying to force it past him, but cannot. The Wheat Kings will have to reset. Elick behind his cage. Backhands it up to Hyland on the near side. Hyland forced down low, shakes off Firkus, who lost his stick trying to keep up with him. Hyland to the far side for Elick on the breakout. Elick on to D'Souza. It bounces to the neutral zone where it's picked off by the Warriors, steered back to center, and picked up by Rice-Savvy in flight. Over the Wheat King line, he got straightened up by Charlie Elick. A late whistle ruled the Warriors offside. That didn't stop Elick from finishing his check with 3.5 played in this second period. It takes a lot to knock Martin Rice-Savvy, all 6'3" and 210 pounds of him, to the ice, but Elick's done it now in back-to-back games.
Well, Charlie Elick likes to play a physical style, and I think
for your bench. Wheat Kings down 3-1, win the draw. Off the boards and out to center. Hadlin will dump it. It rides the stick of Brenton and nearly went in on Ethan Eskett. And now Brenton and Hadlin are into it over at the Wheat King bench. D'Souza joins the pile as well, and the linesman goes in to grab somebody. You can see the referee gesturing with one. McQueen able to win it back. Calvert scoops it up, though. Driving in, he's poke checked on the near side. Catches up to it and feeds the point, but it skips on Port, and Flaman's barreling up the near side. Flaman into the near corner, gets there first. Shoulder on shoulder with Port he goes. Port recovers and fires it up the glass. D'Souza waits for it at the right point. Sends this down low. Picked up by Flaman in the far corner, cycled around to Hadlin. Port got body position on him and took the puck. Up the near side, Calvert can't clear. Elick holds the left point, chops it down low. It's lifted to center for Savoie with a step. Over the line, wide to his right. Savoie pulls the trigger, snared by Bjarnason with a trapper. Back to the top he goes. He'll now send this down low to Flaman. In the far corner away from Sherman. Flaman chased up the boards, Klippenstein in to help. Out of the feet of Sherman, Klippenstein plays it up the wall, but Hughes is there waiting for it for Moose Jaw. And with 11:47 to go in the second, he'll steer it in on Bjarnason from long range. Bjarnason to Elick. Bouncing it back to Ravindal. He's got a hustle with Kovacevic barreling in on him. He pokes it out to center ice. Michael's able to keep it away from Moose Jaw, and Elick will pick it up on the right side of his own end. Slung up the ice to Roarsma. He'll pitchfork it ahead. Peter knocks it over the line, stopped cold by Lakovic. Kicking it back out to the neutral zone. Michael's fighting for it on the near side. Warriors will take it back over and throw it across to Brenton. Lucas Brenton's pass tipped into the middle and finds Sherman. He'll gain the line to his left. In the corner, Sherman spins back on Ravindal. Trying to work it down low. Elick joins the pile with Kovacevic on the far side, and then Kovacevic rammed into the wall by Charlie Elick. Slow to get up as Peter looks the other way. Peter flips this to center. Michaels tried to glove it down out of the midsection of Port. Peter gets it anyway, between his feet to the far corner. Peter poke check, sends it out front. He missed Michaels, and back the other way it nearly came before Michaels recovered. Down low to Peter in the corner. Away from Wojtek Port. Peter hands it off to Michaels. Bouncing it around to Roersma on the far side. Back to the right point for Shipley. In and out of his feet, but his pass to the middle taken away by Firkus. Firkus one to Savoie. Over the Wheat King line into the near corner. Maljavin drives him into the glass. Weens is in the corner to try and lift it loose against the checking of Calvert. The referees unwittingly trapped in there as well. Parker holds the right point for Moose Jaw. Sending it back to the wall. Calvert walks off the wall and pulls the trigger off the head of Bjarnason and high. Mateychuk holds the left point for Moose Jaw. Backhanding it off to Savoie at the top of the umbrella. He'll throw it across to Mateychuk. Slapped away to Calvert at the left circle. Down the boards on Maljavin, who tries to stick with him and does. Maljavin lost it to Calvert, who out-muscled him. It's blown out front, but Highland takes it for the Wheat Kings and flips it to center, looking for Charlie Elick. Mateychuk retrieves it for the Warriors on the near side. His bounce pass knocked down neatly by Savoie. At the right circle, breaking back in. Savoie fires, scores! Matthew Savoie breaks through for Moose Jaw at last with Diz on it first. He'll leg it to center, one-on-one with Maljavin, who pokes it off him. Firkus tries to get it back. Elick able to hold him off dangerously in front of his net. Firkus stays right with him and makes the strip. Yager feeds it out front. Bjarnason got a paddle on that. Schmidt kicks it back to the front of the cage. Bjarnason pokes that away. In the near corner, Rice Savvy squeezed out by Charlie Elick. Yager trying to lift it down low. Back after it. Behind the net is Firkus working it out front, but it comes to Highland with under 7 to go in the second. Highland leads the attack. To the far side, he missed Weens. No icing on the play as Brenton sends it back to center. Tipped towards the Wheat King bench, but not into it. And Elick will take back over. Maljavin at his own left circle. Back to Elick on the right side with some time. Elick fires it up ice to Highland. Into the middle. He bounces this back down low. Johnson and Weens go in after it with 6.5 to go in the second. Wheat Kings down 4-1. Hughes on the far side. Right side. Fires through traffic, hit a body, and then hit the post. Roersma on the far side collects the rebound. Driving to his left, makes some space, and now accelerates the other way. Over the line, right up the gut. Roersma walks in and fires. Pad save by Unger. Roersma's on the rebound. Back down low to Klippenstein behind the net. To Peter at the bottom of the circles. He'll go back to the line. Maljavin with traffic, fires through traffic. Unger takes that, and the Moose Jaw crest and hangs on as Weens tried to go forward with it. He'll pick it up in the near corner. Send it out front, just missed Johnston. Elick from the right point blasts the rolling puck wide. Wheat Kings fight for it at the side of the net. Brenton finds it first. Up the near side, chopped at by Johnson. He feeds the line, held by Highland. Highland rubbed out by Firkus. Johnson's in to help on the near side with 5 seconds to go in the period. Johnson from the right circle tries to walk into the slot and fire. Blocked. After the rebound is Weens, but time will tick down as the Wheat Kings with one last thrust in the second period. Moose Jaw resets from center with Firkus in the lead. His shovel pass picked off by Charlie Elick, and the Wheat Kings get fresh bodies of their own. Shipley in his own right corner. Up to Roger McQueen with some runway. He'll attack the line, makes a couple of moves and drives in wide to his left, but he got blocked by Savoie carrying the other way. Over the line to his right, Savoie at the right circle feeds it back out front for Calvert. Bjarnason reaches up and gloves that down as it rolled up awkwardly on Queen and Calvert for the draw. Clean win, Calvert. Brenton from the left point. Sends it around the far side. Flamand and Calvert after it. Flamand there first, flips it to the middle. It comes to Hadland, and he'll hand it off to the near side for Elick to skate to center. Elick chops this in wide of Unger. McQueen will get there first behind the net. Picks it up on his backhand up the near side. McQueen around the umbrella, leaves it for Hadland. He's shot blocked, and it's back to the line. Elick will pick it up. Elick on to Hadland at center ice. He'll dump this in. Wheat Kings right back to the forecheck. 1.5 minutes gone in the third. Unger up the far side. McQueen will pick that off. He sends it out front, wide of the cage. Elick from the right point makes the keep. Waits for a lane and sends this on goal. Unger shut the wickets. Rebound to the near side for Flamand. Back to the point for Elick again. Elick loads and fires through traffic. Redirected, score! It's Roger McQueen again. His 4th goal in 3 games, and the Wheat Kings get a shot in the arm early in the third.
Again, it looks like a harmless shot coming from the blue line, but Roger McQueen cutting in front of the net, and that's what we talk about, getting that net front presence, and McQueen just skating through the zone in front of the blue paint, manages to get the stick on it and just redirect it enough that it goes through the 5-hole behind Unger, and that's that old early goal we talked about. And gets the Wheat Kings back and gets them some momentum in this one. Still a bit of a climb to go, but it's certainly an early start that the Wheat Kings needed.
Roger McQueen with the redirection, and that'll be the 3rd straight game with an assist for Charlie Elick as Peter goes back for the goaltender for the Warriors. Puck bounces around and finds Port behind the net. Kovacevic, his pass knocked away by Charlie Elick to center. Elick will skate onto it himself and claim it on the far side. Up the boards, he shields it against Sherman and finds Roersma. Roersma flips it over the line and accelerates past Port up the far side. Drops it back to Peter. He flings it on goal. Steered harmlessly away by Unger. Elick has to back off. Couldn't hold the line, and back comes Kovacevic, but he lost it in the feet of the linesman. Roersma dumps it in up the near side. Into the corner to Unger's left, and around the net, Port is on it. 3 Wheat Kings close on him. Roersma tries to take the puck out of his feet. Michaels to Peter at the left circle, back to the line, Malyevan. From the point, down the wall to Peter at the side. Peter feeds it across, looking for Elick, creeping in for a shot save by Unger. On the near side, Brenton scoops it up. His breakout feed finds Lakovic. Lakovic at his own left circle, looks up ice. Elick tried to get a stick on it. Firkus did. Firkus now trying to drive the cage. Curls back on his forehand, feeds it out front. Lakovic had it tipped away by Michaels with an alert stick. 15-19 to go in the third. Tech Port. His pass tipped ahead by Savoie out of the midsection of Calvert. Wheat Kings clear it out to center. Flamand on it for McQueen up the left side. He drives the middle. Hands it off to Elick over the line to his right. Elick carrying on to the near side, away from Brenton and around the net. Elick fights his way loose to McQueen at the left circle. McQueen walks to the slot and fires high and wide. Rebound to the far boards. Roersma is on it. Brenton trying to work him over. McQueen's in to help. He takes the puck, shielding it against Savoie. McQueen hard to the wall, using his size to protect the puck in the far corner. Back to the line for Quinn Manti. Manti walks in and fires, saved by Unger. Rebound knocked to the slot. McQueen is on it, trying to drag it into shooting position. Blocked again. He works it back to Elick at the right point. Elick another try. That one hit a leg and went wide. Manti from the left point. Softly down to Michaels and back to Manti. From that left side, Manti tries again through traffic. That one rides a stick, stays in play. Wheat Kings need a change, and Brenton will take advantage to lift it out to center. Elick knocks it down. Calvert speeds it in deep. First to it is Manti to the right of his net with 12:50 to go in the third period. Wheat Kings down 4-2. Manti fires it up the far side, not out. Schmidt makes the keep for Moose John, sends it out front and banging away, and close they score. The referee signaling goal. Bjarnason never saw that go behind him, neither did the Wheat Kings, but the referee perched in that near corner deserved the extra minor. Not sure where that decision came from, but Roersma and Calvert are going to go for the draw, and the Wheat Kings down 5-2 here in the third. Absolutely must have this penalty kill. Warriors win the draw. Mateychuk from the right circle, pulls up, holds and throws it low. Below the goal line, Yager trying to work it around the net. Finds Firkus at the left circle. Back to the top for Denton Mateychuk. Over to the right side, Savoie walks in and fires. He sailed it high. It rides the glass. Mateychuk holds that left point with a good keep. Across he goes to Savoie again. Back to the middle for Firkus, a try, high and wide. Yager on the near boards. Steers it back up the wall. Roersma one hands it away. We got another penalty coming to the Wheat Kings here. Calvert at the goal line lets it roll in on Bjarnason, and an already unpopular ref. Time is working against the Wheat Kings in the worst way. Mateychuk moves to the inside. He's got a 5-on-3 to work with. Finds Yager at the right circle. Back to Savoie at the right side. He'll work down low. For Yager in the far corner, back to Firkus, who crept in. He'll work it back across. Savoie at the left side, works it to Yager at the right. Yager fires. Roersma got a block on it. Wheat Kings can't clear as Firkus scoops it up at the left point. Calmly to the middle. Jagger Firkus to Savoie. Back to the top, Mateychuk walking in, down to Savoie at the goal line. The right-hander walks off the line, holds, tried to drag it out front. It missed Mateychuk. Comes to Firkus at the top. From the left circle, Firkus tightrope walks. Back to Mateychuk in the middle. Mateychuk with room, throws it to Savoie. Back to Mateychuk. Mateychuk fires, scores! Give Moose Jaw a 5-on-3, and they will make it tell. It's Mateychuk who buries the 6th Warrior goal of the game with 11 minutes to go in the third. Side to Raisavi. Charged at and held off by D'Souza, who dumps it back down low with 8:57 to go in the third. Warriors carry over the line. Raisavi in the lead. He'll dump this around the wall. Bjarnason's out to play it. Lost control of it. The Warriors feed it out front, but D'Souza cleans that up. Getting held by Lakovic. He'll send it up the boards and out to center for a 2-on-1. Roersma with McQueen. McQueen at the right circle. Holds. Walks in and fires. That rides the alert stick of Parker. Getting the legs working, he gains the line up the middle. Savoie drives to his right and hands it off. Yager works down the far boards with 54 seconds to go to Firkus for a shot rifled wide of the cage, and that one will ride the boards and come all the way back into Moose Jaw territory. And good thing it missed everybody in its path, because that was a whistler from Firkus. Mateychuk picks it back up from behind his net. Driving to his right away from Dominic Peter. Mateychuk trying to waltz right in. Poke check by Charlie Elick and taken off the puck. Manti will take it behind his net. Skate out the far side. Tried to fling it down the ice, but Firkus was in his way. Elick will try from behind his net. To the far corner, it rides the glass. Mateychuk knocks it down. Manti charging at him, but the Warriors hold the line. Yager moves to the middle on his forehand. The right-hander at the left circle. Room to walk in. Holds and throws it back to Firkus from the slot. Over to Yager for a one-timer. Fearless block by Elick. Yager gets it back at the left circle to Firkus in the middle. 12 seconds in the power play. Yager from the right side throws it across. Firkus at the left circle, fans on it, but reclaims it. He'll walk to the inside. Firkus throws it low to Savoie. Savoie fires. Mask save Bjarnason. Savoie on the rebound shovels it out front. They bang away. Bjarnason has that underneath him, and Calvert took a very late poke at it, and that's going to draw a crowd. And 36 to go in the third. It is now a 6-2 Warrior lead on the strength of a strange one by Connor Schmidt.
They had some momentum off of Roger McQueen's goal. And let's just go back to that goal in just a minute after that. McQueen, a glorious chance to
draw. Brenton at his own left circle. Looking up ice to Hughes, he kicks it to the middle. Peter knocks that away and finds Roersma on the far side. Over the line, Roersma erased by Port. Brenton behind the Warrior net, spinning on Michaels, who stays with him. Brenton taken to the wall, able to shield that puck with his big frame. Sends it up the boards. Roersma knocked it down. Peter trying to work it to the top, but he was surrounded by Warriors, and Moose Jaw breaks out. Peter steals it back at center and breaks in wide to his right. At the right circle, Peter to Roersma. He fires, blocked by Semenuk. Roersma shovels it out front. Rebound, Michaels knocked it wide. Michaels behind the net, stripped to the puck by Brenton. Up the near side, his pass finds Hughes, and Hughes will lift this to the neutral zone. Semenuk carries in 1-on-2, driving to his right with Sherman joining. It's steered to the corner boards. Elick is after it. He'll fire it up the near side to Michaels. At the right circle, Michaels for Dominic Peter. Out to center, taken down by McKenzie. The arm goes up, and the Wheat Kings are going to get a power. Scramble draw, the Wheat Kings win it, and they'll look to get it in deep in a hurry. Moose Jaw will try to prevent it. Malyaven to Elick at the right circle. It skips on him weirdly. Elick to the near side, fires it up ice. Hadlin can't knock it down. Mateychuk does. To the far side for Parker. At the right circle to Mateychuk in the middle. Mateychuk charging ahead. Over the red line and in to try to keep the Wheat Kings to the outside. Bjarnason plays it off to Malyaven behind his net. He'll stop up and reset. The Wheat Kings have just 90 seconds to work. They're trailing by 2. Bjarnason's already edging towards the bench. Michaels drives this in deep and goes in after it in the far corner. 6-on-5 for the Wheat Kings. Michaels in the far corner tries to pin it. Mateychuk sends it around the near side. Wheat Kings swarm in on it. Savoie goes up the boards. Elick with the keep, fires through traffic. At the goal line, Michaels bangs away and can't bang it home. Flaman picks it up, carries around the net. Back to the right point for Charlie Elick with all kinds of traffic. He goes to Malyaven at the left side. Elick back at the right with a screen. Goes through traffic, tips towards the front of the cage, and the Warriors clear it to the line. Shoveled out to center. Malyaven will pick it up at the Wheat King logo in the final minute of the third period, which has suddenly gotten tense. Wheat Kings down by 2 as Malyaven picks it up behind his net. 50 seconds to go in the third. Malyaven from behind his cage makes the handoff to Hyland, who's flying the other way. The Wheat King captain attacks the line with speed, carries into the far corner, dodges a check and drives around the net on his forehand. Up the near side, back to Charlie Elick. Elick to Malyaven at the left circle. Malyaven down low. It pinballs its way to McQueen in the right corner. McQueen in control. Back to the point for Charlie Elick. Elick sends this wide of the cage. Weens is on it below the goal line, but it took a weird bounce on him. Firkus will fire this up the ice and all the way down wide of the cage. With 22 seconds to go in the third, Elick is back to ensure icing. It's now 41-37, the shots in favor of Moose Jaw.